welcome to the Reaper Podcast, the one and only Reaper Podcast, and I am your host, John Reaper. I do have a lot to go through and to talk about, but the first thing I do want to go through is I actually got my VR back. Sony is really awesome about the turnaround rate for their devices. Initially, what happened was that I went to go start it, and I was playing a game in VR, and all of a sudden the picture froze. Like, the game was going, and you could put the controllers in front, but the head froze. Like, it would not move. Like, you move left, it stayed at that same spot. So it was kind of like I was getting sick from it. So I was like, okay, this is bad. I need to turn it off. So I turned off my PlayStation, and when I took my headset off and my ears, the box, the processor unit, or what's called breakout box or whatever, was making a noise. I'm like, what the heck? So I didn't know what to do. Like, I shut down and turned the PlayStation back on. PlayStation came back on, but there was nothing on the screen. I was like, okay, maybe I need to unplug this device and wait and then plug it back again. So I did. I waited. And then when I plugged the thing in, the light wouldn't come on. Usually there's like a red light that comes on, and then it goes to white. You know, when you turn the PlayStation on. It didn't do that at all. Like, there was nothing. My screen was still black. Like, it wasn't processing the HDMI. It wasn't even on. So I didn't know what the heck was going on. I tried several times. I left it alone for a while, and it wasn't running. And it sucked. It really, 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 really sucked. I don't know why. I mean, like, I think maybe, and I hope it don't do it again. If it does it again, I think I know what the problem is. I'm kind of hoping it's not, because I think it's kind of stupid. But I think it's because it being on constantly. Like, you have to unplug the processing unit. Because, like, the way I've got everything set up now is, like, when I put it on standby mode, that stays plugged in. Everything stays the same. So all I have to do is plug in the headset into the processor unit and turn on the headset. Boom, you know, you got VR. I don't have to do anything else. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's just it's using it too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's constantly on, maybe, and it just kind of, you know, like. But it shouldn't be like that, though. I don't know. I mean, that's me. You know, the HDMI is probably working. It's probably working to death, you know, with everything. So I hope that's not the reason. So I'm going to do a couple of test stuff. You know, if it does it again, like, I didn't even have it a month. Like, I got it like the 3rd of March, and it acted up like around the 20th or 25th or something like that. So I had to send it in. I sent it in, this is cool though. I sent it in Thursday. No joke. Like, I took it to FedEx Thursday night. And then, like, I got a confirmation Friday evening, like at 4 o'clock, that saying they received the VR. I'm like, whoa. I mean, that's like overnight and stuff. But the turnaround is that I think they probably took it out and plugged it in. Like, they must have received it, and like, as soon as they got it, they must have took it right away and like tried everything, and then they must have went, screw it, just put it in a box, put it overnight, because I got it Saturday. Like, I got it, like, I came back here to do a podcast, which I'll talk about that in a minute. And like, I just got here and I pissed. And as soon as I pissed, I heard knock, 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 knock. I go, what the hell? So I open the door and it's FedEx. I'm like, oh crap. It was beautiful. It was awesome. I loved it. Um, so yeah, I mean, I haven't tried it. I mean, I just now, as of before I recorded this, I just now plugged everything in, and the HDMI and everything, it's on screen. Everything's working perfectly. So, I haven't tried the headset yet. It looks like they did. Maybe they replaced the headset. I don't know. But what ticked me off is like I had lens protectors, and they went ahead and took them off. Apparently, so if you guys have lens protectors on your VR, like I have glasses, so I've got to get lens protectors so they don't scratch them up. But if you guys, and I think they may have service, because I think I saw like a scratch on my lens. I was like, shit, so I want to protect the printer, but maybe they service that as well, or they gave me a new headset. I don't know. To be honest, I can't tell because it's still brand new. There's no. But if you guys put lens protectors on your VR headsets, those who have one, and something happens to your VR, you have to send your processor unit and your VR headset. They will take the VR, or they will take the lens protectors either off. They might have taken off, or it might have been a new head. I don't know. I really do not know. So, hopefully this won't happen again, and everything will be hunky dory, good. So, that's a little advice for you guys. And the turnaround rate is so awesome because, like they said, it said on there 7 to 10 days. I'm like, cool. But mine was like, I think they just said screw it and just put my shit in, like brand new shit, and just send it back. And if they did, thank you, Sony. You guys are awesome. The ask for Ask Sony or Ask PlayStation on Twitter, they're so awesome. And the one funny thing is, like, I saved the conversation and stuff, but like, I don't know, like I saw a thing like a while back, which it's deemed fake now. Like I kind of believed it, because like I saw it and I'm like, oh, what? Because it said like it's hard to explain, but like this person had a chat with Sony. The same, people, about a problem, and they talked about Death Stranding. He asked about Death Stranding. He goes, I know everyone's looking forward to Death Stranding, but as of right now, it's been canceled, and Kojima's working on a new thing. So I'm like, what the hell? I don't know if they meant that or or whatever. But I put on there, like, I asked him, like, I kind of just, like, got curious to see if he would do the same thing. And I was like, hey, I hope I get this before Death Stranding is released. And he's like, yeah, I'm waiting on that too, he goes, but you'll get it back before then. So, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't believe that now. I'm like, I don't know. But the thing is, it's so awesome to have it back. But anyway, let's get on to a different topic other than my stuff. I actually I had to buy a cartridge, and I'm trying to get my printer working because I need to get it working. I bought lanterns. I bought these 2 cool new lanterns because, sometimes me and my kid likes to game in the dark or watch movies or whatever in the dark. And sometimes, like, it's usually I get off of work, so, like, there's food and I want to eat. But I can't eat because I'm sitting in the dark. And we used to have, like, it was a camera. It was a web camera. Like one of those cheapy web cameras that you buy. I bought it, and I used it as a webcam, but then I went on to something else. So like, I had it plugged into a what you call it, um, uh, like a charger, like a phone charger thing, where you have a USB and you can plug it into it. I did it that way, and I only used it for the lights because it had like two or three on each side LEDs, so it was bright as shit. You could adjust the brightness and it was bright. So I had that, and I was using that so that way I can shine it towards me. I could turn on, shine it towards me, and I can eat, because I can see what I'm eating. And now, my rabbit, of course, Gizmo. Uh, you guys seen him on Twitter. If you guys haven't, check it out. But he is a bunny, okay, a bunny that's scared of the dark. I am not joking. I'm not making this up. I swear I'm not making this up. Like, he has his cage, and there's like three things he wants during the dark. One, his cage sits close to us. Okay. Two, where he can see us. It's on the floor. It's like, well, what about the smell of poop? Really, it don't smell that bad. As long as you keep cleaning. Cleaning his cage, which I do constantly. I clean his cage and give him baths and stuff like that. I don't give him a bunch of baths because bunnies really don't require that much maintenance. Just if they get dirty or, or if it's been a while, like a couple weeks, or like a week and a half, and if you notice, like, he doesn't smell that clean anymore, it's time to give him a bath. And what I do is I don't soak him. I don't, I put a little bit of water in the tub, put him in the tub, and then I take my arm. I have one arm that's constantly like holding him, not holding him, but like touching him, petting his back, holding him, kinda, while he's in there. That way it's kind of like, hey, it's okay, I got you. The other hand, pretty much I have a cup and I just take the water, I scoop the water up and pour it on his back and just keep doing it till I know it's good. And then I'll take the shampoo, the bunny shampoo, which is awesome. I love it. This bunny shampoo lasts me for a long time, and it's awesome. You squirt that on your hand and you rub it all over him, get underneath his fur real good. And you gotta do it gently. It's not like human, because they're real fragile. Bunnies are real fragile. And I shampoo him real good, and then I'll rinse him off real good. And then he is so awesome. Because once I get him all good, I don't mess with his head. There's two reasons why I don't mess with his head. One, I don't want the soap to get in his eyes and his nose and mess up his sensory and his smelling and stuff. And two, I don't want any water getting in his ear, because he can get an ear infection real easy if he gets water in his ear. So pretty much, if it is needed, if there's like something on his face or whatever, I could just take my finger and dab it in the water and rub it a little bit, and then take a dab, like a tiny dab of soap, and then put that on there, and then just rub it with water, constantly until all the soap is gone. So, so other than that, like, it's funny because I get him out of the bath and put him on a towel, and I wrap him up in a towel, put him on me, and then start drying him off. It is so awesome because, like, when I have him and I pet him, I call it, kisses. He gives me kisses. He licks, my cheek. He grooms me basically, and I looked it up and they said that when a bunny does that, a bunny is showing like, I accept you, I love you. This is a form of deepest thing you can have. You bonded to your buddy. He's saying I love you. It's funny because like when I do that, he will be mad at me. Okay, he will be sit there and he would just stare at me, and I'll be like, what? And I go, you gotta have a bath, man. One time, last time I gave him a bath, like it was so bad, like I had to do it twice. Like it was like I could not get. I don't know what it was. What was it? I think it was like fur. I think I found out it was like fur. I'm like, I gave him a bath. I got him out and got him new water and put it in there. I was like, I'm getting this. I don't know what this is, but I'm getting it. And then I couldn't find out it wasn't nothing, But he was like upset, dude. He turned his back to me and was just kind of like staring at me. I was like, come here. And he just stared at me. I was like, I'm not going to put you back in. Relax. So he's got his own little personality. I love him. He's awesome. I don't know how we got on the subject of the bunny. Oh, and he's got to have a nightlight. Okay, because if you don't have a nightlight, and if you don't see us, and if you don't or is not near us, sleeping, he will thump his back legs several times to wake us up. So I've got like a blanket over his cage, and then like on that I got the light clipped on there and shine down a little bit, and it's a little it's dim, but it's on so you can see, but it's not too bright. So it's so it's so funny. A bunny that burrows underneath the ground is scared of the dark, but whatever. Anyway, I need to move on from this conversation. I got on the bunnies, but yeah. What else did I get in the? I think that's pretty much it. That's all the new stuff I got in here. So yeah, I mean it's been working out awesome in a studio. I finally you guys are gonna see the video, but I finally got the Raiden sword for Vengeance painted. It's 3D printed but painted. It's very fragile. It's only meant to be a wall piece anyway, so I got that done. So now I'm gonna talk about the podcast that I did Saturday. It was tremendously awesome. I did a podcast with what? Sorry about that. I was like, what the? I did a podcast with his name on everything is Phantom. How could I forget? Phantom King V at Phantom King V, which is his name's Timmy Behons. I totally butchered it, and I'm sorry. But it's so refreshing. Okay, I'm not saying anything bad about like Nico and them. Nico is just now getting into the Metal Gear series, and we're figuring stuff out to do. And I do want to record because I want to record and just watch him play Metal Gear, and because it's just gonna be hilarious to do, because I'm gonna get up pretty upset with him. Gonna be like, no, you idiot. But it's supposed to be fun, okay? I don't really think he's an idiot. I'm not gonna be like completely upset with him. It's just we're trying to figure out how to do it. Like, how in the hell could I see him play live and then like get it recorded and everything, So it's pretty much that. It's just pretty much trying to figure stuff out, and hopefully you guys will get to enjoy So, but the podcast is so awesome. We talked about theories. Of course, you guys know I'm known for my theory videos. Everybody loves my theory videos. I need to get on it, which I have been. It's really hard, especially when you see stuff pop up and you're like, I gotta rewrite that. I gotta put that in there. But it's just, I love the way everything falls in place when you do it. So it's tremendously, I love it. But we talk so much about theories and stuff like that. I got the new theories. I got to know stuff that I didn't even know, like the where somebody on Mother Bay was talking about seeing two big bosses in Afghanistan. I didn't really know that. I was like, what? I mean, maybe. My thing on it is like, okay, maybe Big Boss was there, but maybe they're talking about him using the decoys, and like you're like, oh my god, there's Big Boss. Oh my god, there's another Big Boss, and then it's like here comes a Riron kicking your ass, But I don't know, like anything could happen. I threw my 2 cents on it and theories on there out there, and I loved it. I had the most best time. 3 hours just talking about Metal Gear and anything, and it was like I got lost in it. It was so awesome. Especially just listening to people talk about Metal Gear. Like for the most time, I was quiet, but I was sitting there like just listening to it, and I'm going, dude, this is all I wanted. I mean, this was all I wanted. I freaking wanted it. I was like, oh my god, I finally got people, a bunch of group to talk about Metal Gear, a subject, And it was just to listen to it, to listen to back and forth. I loved absolutely it. I loved it. Especially being on a podcast, being live and talking, and it was awesome. So shout out to Phantom King at Phantom King V or 5, whichever. Timmy, you are awesome. You rock. You seriously, you rock, dude. I've had the most best time on your podcast, and it's going to be called A Phantom Podcast, so APP. So go check that out. I will actually put a link to his Twitter so you guys could actually go watch it and watch him stream. It's tremendously awesome. I love it. But yeah, Timmy is awesome. You guys will like him. He's likable. It's weird because when he says stuff and brings up points about him, I'm like, dude, I've been there. I done that, So he kind of reminds me a lot of me sometimes. I'm like, dude, that's tremendously awesome and stuff. And the one thing is he kept like saying like, dude, I got red face. I blushed. I really did. I blushed because he was like, I can't believe, because like I want the amount of content I want to release. I wish was like I want to release a video every day. I wish I could do that. With the amount of videos I can get, yeah, I can do that. But it's really hard to do that and then to be like, oh, you have no more videos. Oh, you don't have any backup videos. Oh, you can't record. And it's like, shit. So it's very, very hard to do that. But eventually I want to get there. Eventually I want to get where I can release a video every day. And that way everybody be like, be watching. So, and it's funny, like he kept saying, like you're the king of theories, not Mag, and it's like, no, I don't want that crown, I mean, like theories. I love theories, dude, and I love that quote of Mags because it was like it gets you thinking about the quote. Like the best theory is a theory that hasn't been, you know, been out there yet or been said yet or whatever. It's so meaning the best. You know, there's theories out there and it's constantly evolving, just like Tim said. You know, and I love it because it's like if you look at a tank tread, okay, you got so many links, so many theories, and it just keeps revolving, keeps going on. One theory does not have to sit there and be like forever. You know, it's like, oh, that's the king of the theory right there. That's the theory. That's the main theory, man. And like have everybody go on that theory. No, I like all theories. I like to talk about it. I like to talk about others people's theories. And I like how people like came after me and it's like, dude, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? And I had to defend my theory, and I loved that because I never had people like that like just come at me. You know, I love that. You know, I did have people come at me, but usually they're like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, you know, or yeah, I didn't see it that way, or you know. But these guys, it was awesome. They come at me, you know, and I didn't mean to say stuff like I kind of messed Timmy up, because what I meant by certain stuff, it's like strings, little things that you know it's connected but not connected, you know, like. That reminds you of this reminds you of that, but it's not really connected, but it's connected nonetheless. You know, it's something there, you know. It's just, it's something I love to do, and I've seen so much stuff, you know. The theory thing is just so awesome. The next episode he's going to have, which would be Friday, is about music. I'm going to see if I can, if my friend Jahan will try to come on and talk a little bit. To be honest, I wish I could get Donna Burke on. That would be tremendously awesome. Like Jahan, Donna Burke, and be like, yeah, you know, what up, you know. But I don't know. I'll see. I'll really see. I want to get I've forgotten her name already. Like, I want to get them. It's a group that did a song called Shadows Moses. You know, and I want to try to get them on there. And they did a song called Shadow Moses, and they're Metal Gear fans. So, yeah. Guys, this is a short podcast. This is like a half podcast right here. The reason why I'm keeping it short is because I didn't really have much time to record a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened, and but don't worry. Next week will be the full-length podcast. We'll talk a lot more, but I'm going to release a little theory video I'm working on is Venom is actually Big Boss that we all know. Meaning he is the big boss. He's not the big boss, but he's the big boss from Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear 4. And I will talk about it and show what I got. And I hope you guys will like that. And I will see you guys next week. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, that bell. That would help me out tremendously. If you want to help me out even further, just a little bit, go to my Patreon. Donate at least $1. That's all I'm asking. As $1 if you can give. If you don't want to, that's fine. No pressure. It's just there, just in case if you want to. So, check out my Twitter, my Facebook, my Twitch channel. And I will see you guys. Oh, check out my merch. Go get my merch. Go down there. Go get my merch. It's in the description below. Please. You know. I'm working on new logos, new stuff, so don't worry, we'll get there. And I will see you guys next week, same time. See ya. Play me out.